Hello and salutations and welcome to another episode of Endgame. Today we are talking about Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo Wii U, which is a game that I am actually pretty excited about. Even though I actually wasn't for a long time, because I didn't honestly think it was going to be that interesting until I started seeing videos of it, but it really changed my opinion. Today we have with us LetsJays.
Yo! Thanks for having me.
Somebody else.
I'm offended.
You should be. Zronium from over on LetsJays channel.
Excuse you, sir.
Alright, so I got these two on because we kind of have a different opinion on one of the main points, but I think for the most part we agree that the game looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to try and keep this one shorter than the Fallout 4 one, though, so let's go ahead and get started.
Not done.
Look, what? No, dude, it's going to happen. Stop cursing us from the beginning. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, at most.
All right, let's go. Stop wasting time.
2 minutes in already?
Okay.
Great start, yeah.
Alright, the biggest bullet point that I want to touch on was the actual price of the game. The game is going to be pretty much full retail price, which in the US is $60, I believe.
Rip off.
See, I disagree. I think it's completely worth that, honestly.
I
I really do.
Yes and no. It is, to me, it's not a full game. To me, Super Mario Maker is a level editor, and they should have put that into any other video game that they come out with this year with Mario in it. It's like making
Captain Toad at $40.
It's like making Super Smash Bros. Stage Editor a full game.
See, I disagree with that, because there's a big difference between just a playable stage in a fighting game versus a whole plethora of levels. 'Cause, yeah, alright, think of it in this context. What is a Mario game besides just a collection of levels that the developers have designed? So this is basically taking that idea and making it essentially endless, at least till they cut the servers off 2 years
Well,
from
yeah,
now.
see, that's my huge problem with this game, first
that
of
is
all.
one thing I kind of agree with you on.
But second
yeah.
off, like, first of all, this game strikes me as, okay, we're too lazy to make our own Mario game, so we're just going to let you make your own Mario game. So there's that. And then the other flip side of that coin is, like, yeah, I understand it's not, like, I mean, a level in Super Smash Bros. Is definitely a lot less fulfilling than, like, a full Mario game or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like this game could have just been a feature of another game and not its own.
So yeah, you're
cheaper than $60. Or in
so,
Canada,
so your
what,
point is that
$75?
it should have been in addition to an actual game that they designed.
Yeah, I think so.
I understand that. I mean, I get that, but at the same time, I just have to disagree, and I think that the basic endless playability of this game is going to make up for the price pretty easily.
But
is
it endless?
Until they cut the servers off, and that is the one
Exactly.
thing. That's the one thing I have to kind of lean with you on. But just because they've done it before doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it
They
again.
have to do it again. Everyone does it. Even servers you pay for, like EA, they kill their servers regularly.
Yeah, but usually not as quick as they did like the Wii servers, for instance.
No, that's also true. But
They killed those a little too quick for my taste. I think because I know there's a bit of a backlash over that too, so maybe they're going to change their mind and realize and keep the Wii U servers up a little bit
they
longer.
don't learn.
Dude. Oh,
Nintendo servers. We released Mario Kart DS on the Wii U with no online functionality.
Woo!
yeah, but optimism, guys, optimism. I'm trying to be positive.
Well,
here.
I'm just trying to be realistic. And also be the antagonist for your video, so it's more interesting.
Yeah, which I mean, that's kind of the whole point. So I appreciate that you hate me.
Don't get me wrong. I'm probably going to end up with this game in one form or another at one point, probably. I mean, I want to give Nintendo my money. I want to support them. I try to buy games new from the developers themselves instead of just like, you know, getting it from GameStop for, you know, $20 or whatever like that. Well,
Yeah.
it's not going to be that cheap. But at the same time, like $60 is a lot to pay for a game that I know isn't going to last forever. And then, of course, on the personal side of it, I'm awful at platformers, and I'm not super creative either.
Fair enough.
That's
fair enough, but that's also, like you said, a very personal circumstance.
Yeah, but the one thing that is drawing me towards this video, or this game, is that like the community aspect of it, where I can
Yeah.
just be like, you know, the people that all my friends or the people I follow on Twitter or other YouTubers or whatever. I can just be like,
Oh,
yo,
you bet
me...
we're going to be doing a series on it, like all me, you, Matt, and Zronium and everybody else about making each other levels and trying to beat them.
You buying?
Oh, dude, absolutely. This is a must-have to me.
Are you actually going to buy?
No,
a
but I
Wii U
mean,
for this one, John?
are you buying it for all of us? Because I'm not buying this game anytime soon.
Well, I mean, it didn't necessarily mean it has to be soon. I know Matt will probably buy it for all of us because he's excited about this game too.
Fair enough.
I hope so, because there is no way in hell I'm buying this for a long time.
If it comes down to it, I may actually. If the price does go down, I won't buy them new four copies brand new. But I do believe we're gonna end up making a series. But we're getting off point on that one.
Yeah. You can just cut that out.
I honestly feel like that this is an endless Mario game, essentially. The servers are the one thing I'm not sure on, because I don't know how that's going to play out. They could honestly go either way. I mean, Nintendo is not exactly the most predictable company when it comes to business decisions.
Also very true.
So, I'm excited to see where it goes. If you take the servers out of the equation, it's essentially an endless Mario game. And that is an awesome idea to me. So I'm really excited. I think $60 is a fair price, just because if you look at the amount of playability and the time you're going to put into it, if you actually play it, makes it worth $60 to me.
I mean, when I first heard about the game Super Mario Maker, they announced it at E3 2 years ago, and I was like, I'll pass on that one. And then they played it this year at the Nintendo World Championships, and I was like, all right, this game doesn't look like total garbage, but they're really like, you can tell that they're stretching to try to make this a full game. That's not a full game. It's a level editor. Level editors aren't games.
But it becomes a game. I mean, what is a Mario game besides just they're putting a level editor in a Mario game? Like, all right.
No, they're not putting a level editor in a Mario game. They're
speaking
making a Mario game that is a level editor.
But that's just the same thing. The only difference is that, I mean, I get your point about saying like lazy, but I disagree on that.
Yeah, I don't think it's lazy either, really.
It's... I don't know,
it's a new idea.
It looks weird.
No, it's not a new idea.
Well, it's for a company to actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at all the other games and stuff like that, like you've got, I mean, this would be like them releasing a game like Mario Kart Track Editor, where you just make tracks and race it for $60 or whatever. And to me, that's not a game. Like, but you spend half of your game not playing the game. Like,
see, and I think what it comes down to too is that some people enjoy because, like, all right, Warcraft 3 had a map editor. I spent way more time in the map editor than I did the actual game itself, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite things ever. So I do think, I mean, you even admitted yourself, you're not a super creative person when it comes to stuff like that.
Truth.
Do you think that might be coming into as a factor there?
Maybe. I mean, I think I'm gonna spend more time on this game playing other people's maps than making my own, just because it's... I mean, I've literally sat down with this, and I was like, alright, what game, like, what level could I make? And I came up with one idea, and it's not even that good. So, I don't...
I mean, I get what you're saying now because of that, too. Now that I think about it, because if you took the game-making aspect out of it, then yeah, that's over half the game you're not gonna enjoy. So if you're not the creative type and you don't enjoy those kind of things, then of course you're not going to enjoy it. So I get that.
But if you look at this game from like a far away standpoint, you can see all the things they added into it, how you can play it in, you know, the 3 different modes, how you can play it in like the original Super Mario Bros, you can play it in Super Mario World, and you can play it in the new Super Mario Bros version of it. And all the other little extra things like that they've added in, it's just them stretching and trying to make this game worth $60, when to me, as is, I would probably not spend more than $40.
See, I don't think they're stretching. I think those are just neat features, essentially. Like, I think those are just fan service things.
Well, when they first announced it, it really seemed like it was just going to be an extension, like a DLC.
Yeah.
Is what it really looked like the first E3 when they showed it. And then they kind of just sat on it for a whole year and nobody heard anything for a while. In this last E3, they're like, oh, hey, yeah, this is going to be a full game. There's other stuff here, too. And then right away, I kind of looked on, like, Amazon. They have, like, the placeholder price, and normally it's generally the same price as when it would come out. And I saw it at $60, and that's where I first said no. No matter what they do, this is not $60, because this is not an original idea. For map editor's sake, for Mario map editor's sake, because ROM hacks used to be huge.
It's the first time Nintendo's done something like that, though. I was wrong when I said it's a new idea. It's a new idea for Nintendo, especially with a mainstay series like this. They've always been so protective of their series that they've never, I think, really acknowledged ROM hacks all that much.
I suppose, but it still doesn't feel new enough. You know, you can still go online and go play Mario World ROM hacks or go make Mario World ROM hacks. I mean, that's something completely different. You're getting, you know, 2 different play styles through here, 2 different experiences, but it's still, you know, it's something that's easily accessible elsewhere and has been for, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean Nintendo just shouldn't touch it, though.
That's true.
I mean, it's to me, it's encouraging to see a major company like that actually embracing something that they've basically ignored for almost 20 years
Yeah,
now.
but for $60.
I think it's worth it just because of the time.
I'll
really
probably play it, but like Jay said, as soon as it hits 40.
I'm probably gonna wait for a price drop on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all comes down to personal decision, and especially in Jay's case because he admitted he probably isn't going to enjoy the creative aspect as much as he does the actual.
I mean, like, who knows? Maybe I'll boot it up and I'll find terrible things to do and it'll be great. But I don't
just fall in love.
I mean, I will admit, I have not seen, like, one of the things that video game developers do these days is they send copies of their games to YouTubers or whatever. So, you know, you see Gerard the Completionist with this game, and you see Jared with this game and whatever. Not to name drop on your channel, John. But,
you good.
So they already have it. They've put out videos of it. Nintendo's already claimed them for copyright. And I haven't watched any of them yet. So that could also be, yeah. So maybe that's my problem. Is that literally the only thing I've seen of this is E3 2 years ago, E3 this year, and the Nintendo World Championship.
See, I don't think it would change your opinion on price by watching the videos. I do think it would make you more interested in playing it and the creative aspect of it.
Maybe.
But anyways, unless Zronium, do you have anything else to say on that particular subject?
Not really.
Okay.
Pretty much covered.
We're coming up on time, so I'm just going to move on to the only other thing I really want to talk about is a certain gameplay mode called 100 Mario Challenge. And if memory serves, I think there's also 10 Mario Challenge, where basically it randomly picks 16 levels off the internet. If I'm understanding this right, it randomly picks 16 levels and basically gives you either 100 or 10 lives to go through all of them. That sounds really, really fun.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly is adding something to it. Giving the game a little more depth. I can appreciate that.
Well, I think a lot of and Nintendo's always kind of floated that line between being super casual and also super hardcore in certain things.
Yeah.
I mean, look at some of the hardest Mario levels that have come out have actually been in the more recent games.
Yep.
Even though the biggest complaint you hear is that they're always so much easier than the old ones.
Tubular.
Yeah, I mean, I do think Nintendo's good at finding that balance to please everybody. And I think this is another example of that. And then you have, of course, the amiibo usability and everything else, which is, that's how you do a peripheral, to me, is how they're doing amiibos with this. It's just neat little things.
What
is all it comes down to.
I'm sorry, I'm ignorant. What do the amiibos do in this game?
Oh, you can play, for the amiibos, you can actually scan them and they'll let you play as 8-bit characters. Like Wii Fit Trainer and all those, you can play as them. It's awesome, and they use like the original NES and SNES sprites for the Mario characters.
Nice.
That'd be nice if, you know, the good amiibos are readily available.
Well, I mean, that's a whole other video right there.
So stay tuned. Stay tuned for next time when we're gonna talk about amiibos and how much they suck.
I love Nintendo, but some of their business decisions are just befuddling, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah.
But regardless, they're still one of my favorite companies, and for everything wrong they do, they tend to do 1 or 2 things right as well. So we'll see. It's all kind of up in the air right now, but I am looking forward to it, and I honestly, from my heart, feel like that $60 is a fair price compared to the rest of the market. I don't really like paying $60 for any game, good or bad, but if I'm going to pay for one, I feel like this is going to be one I'm okay with paying that much for. So, that's going to be pretty much it. We hit 15 minutes, unless...
Why can't we just play Shovel Knight?
It's, dude, we'll get to it. Battletoads.
That too.
Do you guys have anything else to add in on this?
You are superfluous in the obtuse eyes of a busy world, yet you never forget to shape your eyebrows. Sierra Kardashian, everybody.
Wait, is that an actual quote?
Have you not heard of that?
Oh, wait, no, that's the philosopher, and yeah,
Yep.
okay, I remember that. Alright, anyways.
Now I just want to see like a little meme image of the guy from Ancient Aliens with the really poofy hair.
Aliens.
It's just with that quote slapped on the screen in bold font.
Do it, John.
And we have now crossed the line.
Thanks for having
into
us on your
memehood.
channel, John. Fraser, say bye to the nice people.
This has been John Cast episode 2.
No, it has not. This is in-game. Alright, thank you guys for watching. As always, talk about it and talk about all the subjects we talked about in the comments below, especially if you think the price is fair or not. I'm pretty sure I have the unpopular opinion on this.
Don't hate me.
Well, I think I have. I think most people are going to agree with you and Zronium, honestly. But regardless, leave your comments. We'll talk about it and debate and be cool and stuff. So yeah. And as always, like, leave a comment. I already said that, didn't I?
Yes.
I really want you to leave a comment. I don't know if that's coming across or not. I may be coming off a little bit too desperate.
A little bit.
Alright, so that's it for this one, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Have a safe weekend, everyone. Sunscreen will not protect you from despair.
You don't know if they're watching this on Friday or not. You can't say
I was
things like
reading
that, Jay.
I was reading a quote. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't pay any attention to you.
It's-
I don't really listen
It says,
to you guys.
"Have a safe weekend, everyone. Sunscreen will not protect you from despair."
I mean, it's not wrong. See you guys next time.